he's probably like the rest of us. Like you got to really think on it before you invite the sheriff over to hang out with you.
Yeah.
Well, you want me to tell that tale?
Yeah. I got a question since I got you here.
I can't take it off your record.
Hey,
If you content fish and have American pride, they have some great deals for you. Where all your outgoing plus a whole only Born Southern outfitters will do. Born Southern.
welcome back to Born Southern, and today we are very excited to have one of the most respected men in our county, our community, Sheriff Eddie Cathey, with us.
Well,
Good to have you, Sheriff.
well, I'm
Yes,
glad
sir.
to be here.
Well, we've been looking forward to this one. When we found out that you would consider coming on the show, we all got a little bit excited because we know that you know everything.
I won't tell it all.
That's
Yeah.
right. Well, I tell you, it was right off the bat. We big Swoop Monster fellas around
I know.
here. Have you had any good call-ins on Swoop Monsters or anything out over the years?
Well, now, there's a difference between call-ins and good call-ins.
Right. Yeah, I agree.
We've had call-ins, but we haven't had anybody that own up to it or got pictures of it or anything like that.
Right.
But now we do get calls once in a while, but you know, it's usually a day or two after it's over with because they don't feel comfortable saying, I just saw that thing. It's running down this trail.
I'm telling you, I saw it over there off of Cheney Road by Lakeview. Eric saw it over there at Goose Creek Airport. Chris over there off of Lansford Road, that he was walking around their trailer when he was younger. So we all have a little bit of a tie to it, in everybody's defense on that. When you see it, you ain't thinking about no camera. I promise you that.
You
Boy,
want to get out of there.
it takes all the tough man out of you real quick.
I bet it does.
No, so when did you start sheriffing? You were highway patrol before that?
Spent 28 years on the highway patrol.
Okay, and then, did you work this area?
I worked this county. I started to come here as a deputy sheriff, as a highway patrolman
Right.
in 1974. I was a police officer before in the little town of Canton.
I don't know exactly where that's at.
And come on the highway patrol, and this was my first duty station.
Really? So Canton is one of the little towns that we posted for the brawl when we're up there near Waynesville. So that's a long time. So
Yeah, that's what I say.
Well, they might, the policy they had, it may be that way now, still may not be. But they wouldn't let you be a highway patrolman in the area where you grew up. That's the way it used to be.
The way
if I'm
it
right.
used to be is they've changed it. Worst thing I've ever done.
really,
You're not part. You don't become part of the community. You don't want to police your own neighborhood.
right.
Right.
And it's I don't think it's a good thing. They should make a move
So where did you grow up at?
in Canton.
You did grow up in Canton.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So you up there? You got them mountain roots a little bit then.
Oh yeah, I was born and raised right there. The first time I left, and I was drafted.
I would say something about them mountain. We talked about this before. Those folks is a little bit tougher than regular folks.
Well, it's a different world up there, and a lot going on. A lot of self-reliant people up there. I won't say that they hasn't been here, but a lot of them here now are not self-reliant.
No, I agree 100%.
Just like Mike, he's a mountain man.
Yeah, I feel like I fought Mountain Man Mike one time years ago. That I thought they was calling me. I thought they nicknamed me that. I was fighting Tough Man, and here comes this little Mike Tyson looking, caveman looking joker out of there, and I said, I bet that's Mountain Man Mike. He was tough, boy.
That was Mountain Man Mike. They call him Brokeback Mountain.
That's right. Hold me back before I get him with his pen. I'm sure. So, another local legend around here. I don't know if you ever heard of the Sack Lady.
No, I don't think I have.
Okay. So we think it was debunked before but that my grandparents used to scare me with the Sack Lady here on this property. And then when Mike Hefter said something about this place too, and he said that they used to run moonshine back here back in the days, 70 years ago. And so he said that's where that came up from.
I hadn't heard of that one.
Yeah,
They just told them not to keep people from digging around back there in the woods.
some old crazy Sack Lady was back there, and then also we've been talking a lot about Dukes of Hazzard the last few weeks. So I know that you got some Jerry Russian stories.
Listen, I know all them stories.
There's any we can tell though.
I don't know. I ain't gonna tell all of them, but Jerry Rushing was a good fellow.
Right.
That whole crowd was a good fellow. I got to know him pretty much after the Dukes of Hazzard, not before when all that was going on.
Right.
He come in my office. He'd been too long before he died, and just a good fella, and just wanted to talk and didn't need anything. But he's walking with a cane, and I seem like he's a nephew or grandson or somebody with him.
Could have been.
And just such a good fella. And I know he left here, but I think he missed being here.
Oh, yeah, I guarantee it.
He missed the people here, missed the 4th of July parades and all the mess that went on around here. And, of course, I knew them all. I knew Jay Lee and the pit stop.
So how did that all work out? Like, so we getting some, I think I might have got a little confused on some of the stories, but we got a couple more folks, Mike Hefner and some other folks that have come on that are going to get here and talk about it. But so was it Jay Lee's daddy that owned had the hog
Hogjaw.
jaw? Was that who it was? That was Jay Lee's dad?
I think so.
Is that what they called the hornet's nest in the Dukes of Hazzard?
It was the
Or the boar's
Boar's nest.
Yeah,
Boar's
yeah,
nest, but it wasn't called a boar's nest.
Right,
right.
No pool saw, car wash.
Right over there at Piedmont.
Yeah, right there.
Right
Piedmont.
there at Piedmont.
Really?
Right there at Parson Russian Road where
Yes,
my
sir.
daddy and my people grew up.
That's right.
My daddy and uncle now used to tell me stories about that and said, Mom and Daddy wouldn't let us go up there.
It was pretty rough, but it was pretty contained in that community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't like people coming from Charlotte up here.
Right. Yeah.
It was pretty much contained in that community. There's a little alcohol involved in it.
Just a little bit.
They took a drink once in a while.
Every night just to see what it
It was
smelled
for
like.
medicinal purposes
That's
only.
right.
That's right.
It was scratchy throat.
But they were really all pretty decent fellows. Even when you had to deal with them up there, when they would park all over the roads and do all kinds of crazy stuff up there, you could go in there. I've been in there, and I say, listen, you ain't doing this.
Right.
Now you straighten it out, or I'll straighten it out.
That's fair enough.
And I never had an issue.
Right.
I never had an issue with any of them.
And that's kind of the feeling we've gotten from everybody. Honestly, it's like a lot of us. When they were younger, they were trying younger things.
Boneheaded.
Yeah. And then we get older and we just settle down. I heard he got saved and was a real, really had a strong belief back.
Now, one question I have is for the Bo and Luke thing. Now, the two, it was Jerry's brother, and he died tragically at a younger age, right? But that's basically loosely, that's who Bo and Luke were, with Jerry and his brother. Is that right?
Basically, yeah.
Okay.
I don't know, to be honest with you. It was Jerry, and he would talk about it, but I really never had sat down and he didn't make me understand it.
I got you.
He was a good fellow.
He's probably like the rest of us. Like you got to really think on it before you invite the sheriff over to hang out with you.
Yeah.
Well, his brother, I don't know whether it's his brother or who Johnny was.
Johnny was his brother.
Yeah.
Johnny was his brother. Johnny got killed in his mama's yard, wrecked the car in his mama's yard.
I heard he was right there at the house.
Yeah.
That's bad. So he was like early 20s,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
Young.
I don't remember what his age was. I would say maybe so in the 20s or at least 30s anyway. But he was relatively young, but now he was pretty wild too.
Right.
We dealt with him a whole lot more than we did with Jerry. There was a crowd of them that was around that you dealt with pretty regular. And, of course, the Mullises, Jimmy and Jerry. Dealt with Jerry all the time.
All the time.
Listen, these are all folk legends or folk hero, whatever you like. When we were growing up, like you heard about the
Not famous, but infamous.
Mullises. And, yeah.
All right, so but they were really all pretty decent fellows. It was a little rougher than some, but
Rougher than
Rough
normal.
around the edges.
but they were pretty good fellows.
Right.
And this like Wad Kiker. We dealt with Wad all the time.
Right.
Because he drunk all the time.
Yeah.
Otis.
He was Otis for
Otis
Mayberry.
Otis
Listen
Campbell.
to Otis back there. We got to change the house's
Yeah,
name.
he's Otis Campbell.
We'll call him.
But you know, they were all decent people. You know,
I think that's a difference sometimes with today. You know, you can cut up and get a little crazy back then, but you were still moral in a lot of other ways, and you was kind to people, and you know, respectful to women and children, and that's the stuff that it just seems to go by the wayside, especially as you get into these bigger cities and stuff. You know, you can't just cut up a little bit; you just lose it all. You know,
I tell you, teenagers have lost all respect for everybody.
Yes.
That's the truth.
You see in Raleigh over 4th of July weekend where they shot up all that crowd down there, and Charlotte where they arrested I don't know how many in Charlotte.
Yeah.
But we fight every day to keep that from coming here.
I'm glad you do.
Yes.
We recognize that too. I mean, and the county does. You know that people love you here. Like they love you in this county, buddy.
Well, I like it here.
Well, I think pretty much everybody has the same feelings. Like, look, sheriff's not going to put up with no junk, you know, and it's you've always been like that.
It starts from the top and goes down.
Yep.
I said this at a birthday event out here at the church. I learned early on in my career that it's either black or white. There ain't no gray area.
That's right.
And if it's wrong, it's wrong. And if it's not, it's not. And I try to run the sheriff's office the same way. It's like you mentioned COVID. I don't run the churches. So when the pastor called me, and I had a pastor call me from First Baptist Church. He said, I've had people call that's died in my church. They've got more family than the governor says I can have in my church. How are we going to handle this? I said, listen, that ain't my problem, preacher. That's your problem.
Right.
I ain't coming out there and counting them people in your church.
That's right. Yeah.
That's right.
And you can do what you want to. I don't care.
Right.
Schools said, we want to have graduation. I said, I don't care. Have graduation.
Right.
Because I'm not going to be in the middle of that. I don't run the school system. I don't run the churches.
That's right.
And I
I'm
think
not
that's
gonna do it.
if a lot of counties would have took the same approach, I think things would have been a lot different.
Well, I
too.
think it would too. You know, we were offered the shots. My opinion was, if you want to take a shot, take a shot. And if you don't. Because I ain't not going to try to make you take a shot. I'm
Right.
not going to make you wear a mask. I'm not going to make you do that. That's your personal stuff. We'll just have to deal with it.
I like this. If we can
I
stop
like
right here,
that.
and I'll be satisfied.
Man, I love that right there, what I heard.
I just, but we try to do that in everything we do. You know, our mamas taught us right from wrong, and I
There you
stick
go.
pretty close to that.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
smart. way to
You
do it.
know, I don't work for the governor. I work for the people in this county, and I'm going to do what I think is right.
Well, you basically the sheriff's position is the highest office in the county, right? Really?
Well, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
Because you can do justice of the peace too, right?
Oh, yeah, we don't
Yeah.
have justice peace. They've done away with that, but that's all. We handle everything. And
Yeah.
I've worked for the people, for the citizens of this county elected me, and elected me to do it the right way.
Right.
And we've been very fortunate here. And people got to live their life, and I try to stay out of personal business.
Right.
If you're not breaking the law, what business have I got telling you what to do?
Right.
That's right.
Well,
That's
I'll
right.
tell you, we all feel very lucky to have you. I mean,
Yeah,
we
well, I
really do.
appreciate that.
And we're worried about you leaving at some point. I mean, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Like, as much as we love you, we're that much worried too. Like, we like the way you do things, you know. So that's
Well, we're going to try to leave it in good shape, but I don't
That's
know
what-
when that's going to be. I ain't decided.
That
yet.
was my question. Is I hope you got somebody, Eddie Cathey Jr. waiting
right.
to take over the spot when you decide to hang it up, because we
I
need
think we're in
that.
good shape.
Good, good.
We're in good shape. We've got good people. We've got good staff that's following us along. You know, I've been of the opinion, same way when I was on the highway patrol, everybody ought to try to learn to be the colonel. And everybody ought to be working to be the sheriff. I don't feel intimidated.
Right.
My door's open. You got something you want to say, come in there and sit down.
Right.
Right.
And
And if you don't like it, you let them know you don't like
well,
it.
if you don't like it, you can say, well, you know, we can believe we can do that.
That's right.
And I will tell you what you spoke on a minute ago, that you're a good guy, that your people under you are following your suit, because I've seen it. not I've done bad, you know, but I've had some talks with some of the deputies and stuff, and they're just as, you know, if you're not doing nothing wrong, or they'll talk to you and say and explain it to them. They said, and we ain't got no problem with what that, but somebody called and said, and they come out and they check everything out, and they said, it was probably just some
Karen.
some Karen somewhere said they didn't get invited to whatever
To the
event you
party.
was having. You know?
Talk in the
But
back
they
of
would
the
come and do
sheriff's
their job, and they would check everything, and y'all have a good night.
And speaking of people like Eric, what's some of the craziest calls you remember it since you've been there?
Oh Lord, we've had all kinds of calls. We have very calls that you just think, when you have mama call and say, my son won't go to school. He's supposed to be in the 8th grade. You send the deputy out here. You'd like to say, well, lady, you
Come
take
on.
your belt off and beat his tail.
Yeah.
I cleaned that up, didn't I?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
But look,
Yeah.
you just
Driving
said what the
it.
rest of us thinks all the time. It's like, well, take that belt off. It'll stop. You know, that's
you don't have a problem with that.
Yeah, he'll go to school.
But-
One thing that you don't know I was there, but it really impressed me, and I've always thought a lot about it. I was on the board of directors for a long time for Safer Communities Ministries, and I remember you had been very sick, had a heart attack, and almost immediately after that, we had our banquet, and you still came and spoke, even though you hadn't been over that heart attack very long, and I was always so impressed. We gave them a standing ovation. I mean, that was just an impressive thing for
That's
everybody.
a good group. You know, they do a lot of work in the community. They do a lot of work in the jail. And they're just a good group of people that they have their hearts in the right place, that want to do a good thing. You can't believe all the community stuff they do. I'll give you a good example. This Christmas, I was invited to go to a Christmas party for the kids that had parents in our jail. And I went. First Baptist Church. There was 43 kids that they took up money for, giving away, that their parents is into my jail.
We do that every year.
Every year.
Yep.
It's pretty amazing to me, but they do a lot for the community. And
It's really, and they're opening up. Some of the other counties are letting us in
are.
now. It's funny because, well, it's not funny. It's very impressive. The recidivism rate, or the amount of people that are in jail and then make it back into jail later, is around 85%.
I'm glad you explained that, because
Yeah.
did you know what that word was?
Absolutely.
I did not
But
either.
So anyway,
but
but
we'll
it's
get
like,
him to say that.
we'll get you guys to say that. But it's impressive that with Safer Communities, that number's flipped. Only about 15% of the people that go through their program wind up coming back and doing jail time later.
Wow.
Because they put them through life groups, and they come alongside them when they leave the jail and create jobs and careers for
You know
them.
what that's down to now?
What's that?
0.
Wow.
Really?
0.
Wow. We need to, I didn't know about that. We need to.
Yeah.
And, I was on the board of directors there for 8 or 10 years, and I still support them in every way I can. But it's easy to talk to somebody when they're in jail. I've done it, witness to them or give a testimony or something. The hard part is when they get out them doors and they got that same group of friends.
They don't have the support. When they get out,
Yeah.
they go right back to the same people, right back in there.
Yeah.
You know about Wesley Kazai.
Oh yeah, yep,
You know, that's where he started.
Yeah.
That same program.
Yeah.
yep,
Got saved.
yeah.
Moving forward.
Boy, he's done a lot of good work.
Yeah,
He's done a lot of good work, and they do a good job over there with everything.
Yeah.
They're growing like weeds, and the public support and the support in government and the city councils.
Yeah.
They all support those programs, because I don't want to get too high on my soapbox, but you can go to all these rehabs you want to, and we can send you to mental health. And if it ain't tied to the church or to Jesus Christ, you
Amen.
ain't working.
Amen.
Right.
I'm with you 100%.
it's got to be a change
You got to
real
make a change.
Yep.
Well, speaking of jails, since we on that topic semi here for just a second, what's the for the person that don't know no better, like me and some of the rest of them, what's going on with this bond that we got coming up that we're going to be voting on? Like, what? I'm being serious. Like, so for the average person listening to this, what exactly is the bond for? What is it used for? What do we need it for? I want everybody to know so they know how to vote.
Okay. We've got a jail down there since 1994. It was built by a federal judge that ordered it built too small in 1994. If it's all empty, there's 264 empty beds. Time you split it up, you divide it up, separate your people that's been charged, all in, we ended up about 240 beds. Well, yesterday we had 301 in there.
Really?
They're sleeping in the floor. I ain't turning them loose.
No, we ain't doing Mecklenburg County right
We
here.
ain't doing Mecklenburg County. We throw a mat in the floor, and they sleep in the floor.
Right. And look, it took me a long time to grow up and mature enough. And I'll be honest, I knew when I something wasn't right, I didn't do something right. If I got put in there and said, "But there's your mat, you got to lay down," I'd be like, "I deserve it," and I lay down, got in that mat, But I don't see how. To me, you got 240 beds and 100 more than that standing around there. That makes it hard for y'all to do your job right. Well,
it makes us hard to do our job, but it makes it dangerous for everybody.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It makes it dangerous for everybody. The jail is falling apart. When it was built quickly. Terracotta pipe laying on the floor for sewer systems and water systems. It's falling apart, and they have to, every time you have a leak, they have to tear the floor out. We ain't got no place to send the inmates that are in there. Sometimes we've had to put trash cans in there to catch the water falling out of the ceiling. It's falling apart.
Right.
We're spending $5, $6, $7, sometimes $8 million a year just repairing what we got.
Oh, good grief.
Lord have mercy.
Right.
And you got enough right there. When y'all got that, you got enough land to do it there and not even really have to move? Well,
That's not even a question.
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
We've got the land. We've got the land. We're going to actually build a autopsy center there. We've got the land to build all of that. But the county commissioners have decided to put it on a bond for the public to vote on. So it's up to the public. They'll vote on it in November.
What's the name of the bond? So everybody.
It's the jail bond.
Just okay,
Jail
easy to
bond.
understand. Yeah.
So it seems like to me, if you like things being ran the way they are, then if somebody commits a crime, you need a place to put them. And if we don't have enough space to put them in there, it seems like it's a pretty easy vote to me.
No-brainer.
It ought to be a no-brainer, but the way people look at it is, it don't make no difference. They shouldn't be in jail anyway.
Yeah.
But-
it wasn't their fault.
But you don't need to turn them loose.
Right.
No.
Exactly.
Well,
Keep them locked up.
you got to keep in mind that everybody that's locked up in jail is not a necessarily bad person.
Yeah.
They've done a bad thing, or they've done something wrong that caused them to be in there, but that don't necessarily make them an evil, bad person.
That's right.
Or violent, I guess.
Violent person.
Right.
And so we're going to have to build a jail.
Right.
So it's either pass this bond and try to get a low interest rate because of the bond, or build it with a higher interest rate because it's going to have to be built.
Well, it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Well, it is, ain't it?
I mean, really,
and it's going to lower the taxpayer's burden with the bond being lower interest. So
This is, we should have been planning this. Well, we were planning it, but the county commissioners 15 years ago wasn't planning it.
right.
And it's been kicked down the road till now. The chickens have come home to roost, and we got to do something.
Got to do something. Yeah. Well, that's so. Hopefully, everybody that's listening to this understands that. That to me, that seems like, why are we even arguing? That's just another one of them.
Got to be done.
check that box and go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move on.
What was your experience in jail first time, Eric?
I ain't never been fingerprinted. I ain't. The only time I've been fingerprinted when I was in elementary school, and we went down there, and they showed you. I hope they
Scared
didn't
you
put-
straight, huh?
Yeah, I hope they didn't put my name in
Been
there.
scared straight ever since.
I ain't never been in jail. I
I've
tell
been
my
down there to
boys.
get my fingerprints done for concealed carry. That's about the
Oh,
only
yeah.
time.
Moving
So,
on.
Mike's
Moving
not going,
on.
we're not going to talk about
Moving
Mike's
on.
Yeah,
experience.
yeah. Let's not have Money Mike.
I'm not gonna throw
Speaking
him
of-
under the bus.
Speaking of not catching everybody right when you should, what about cold cases in Union County? Have we got any, like, because I love that ID channel. I watch that stuff all the time.
The truth is, I've been the sheriff 24 years. We don't have an unsolved murder in Union County.
Really?
No way.
Well, that's
That
impressive.
really is.
It's pretty amazing that I've got. Listen, it ain't got nothing to do with me. It's the people that's out there every day answering those calls, and when those calls come in, they're on it. We just had a murder. They had him locked up, and before the night was over.
I love it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm telling you that I think our county is very lucky. Like that, if they don't know, they need to just get involved a little bit or ask some questions, because we really are, and we're this is like one of the final frontiers.
We're one of the lowest, if not the lowest, crime rate in North Carolina.
Yeah.
I don't
And
take that
I-
off.
Yeah, easy. Don't say
Take that
that
off,
too much.
Taylor.
They'll-
Scratch
yeah,
that
yeah.
off. No, I'm just kidding.
Delete
We don't
that.
want them coming.
Well, and you know, it's because I've got officers out there that work every day, and they enforce the laws. If they run you, we're going to catch you.
Absolutely.
And again, that it all feathers down from the top, because my son-in-law works for you,
I know it.
and I mean we've been guide trips and everything else, and we always talk about the sheriff's department. You know, everybody talks about what you do, but I mean, I think the level of respect that you got from your whole staff,
Oh, they're loyal.
they are, and they're all bought in to the way you do things,
Well,
which is the way we all want it done.
that's the way you want it done.
Yeah.
And even the people that throw a little fuss once in a while, that's the way they want it done. They just don't want it done to them.
Right. You're right. That's exactly right. That's the most sense I've heard out of anybody right there.
They want it done, but they just don't want it done to them. And but I will say this, just like your son-in-law, his daddy set the bar.
Right.
People like him, Derry Simpson, those officers that went ahead of him and me have set the bar, and we're going to try to hold that.
That's right. I tell you, Dennis is solid. I love
You can't
Dennis'
beat him,
Clausen,
Teresa.
buddy. And Tyler too, man. Tyler
Tyler's a
takes
good
it
fella.
serious. He really does take his job serious. Like, I'm proud of him.
Oh, I'm proud of him. He does a good job.
Seems
out
like
here.
every year or two, I see a picture on Facebook of him getting another award or promotion or something.
I love
you
that.
know? Yeah.
I love.
He does.
I like that y'all put the what do you call the mug shots about every day on there now. That keeps me walking.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Well, let me tell you something. The public loves that, and you know that app is a good app. If you don't know what's going on, all you got to do is look at that app.
that's right. Don't go digging too far back.
What is that?
The Union Sheriff's Office, Union County.
Yep.
I'm gonna look at it
I
tonight.
got a question since I got you here and you've been around here for so long.
I can't take it off your record.
Hey, Zach
No
Cohen's,
pardons.
Zach Cohen's already working on it.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. He already got it off. I'm just teasing.
Not really.
Waxhaw, I've always been intrigued about the Waxhaw area. And I've heard about all these caves up in there all the time. Have you heard about
I've not heard about the caves. They got the mines down there on Highway Mine Road,
Right.
down in that area.
Well, I heard there's some big, like, scary caves, like right downtown there. You got to. I
don't know about that.
I knew there was mine shafts, but I'll have to. I mean, that's right there where I live. I need to find out.
Yeah,
something about
I'd like.
that.
We need to go explore that sometime.
Yeah.
Eric, go first. He's
Yeah,
tough.
yeah,
Might find a swoop monster in there.
yeah. That might be where they hiding.
That might be.
Go in there and shoot him out.
We had you was talking about the Russians and all that. So we were in D.C. this weekend with Clancy Balcom and Kim and them, and
I know Clancy.
Mark Harrison. Oh, we love them, Jugger's boy. They treated us so good. But me and my grandma was a Balcom, and so all of us, Riley Balcom was my great grandfather or something like way out there like that. And so me and Clint's like, yeah, mine too. You know, so I know our Balcom, we call it family tree looks like a telephone pole for Riley. But he told me, he said, I got to bring Clancy on. But so one of Riley's nephews rode with Jesse James, and the tombstone's buried somewhere. It's over here in Union County somewhere.
Wow.
Yeah,
I have
love
heard
that.
that, but I don't know where it's at.
You have heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I'd never heard of that before.
I don't think that's true, to be honest with you, because Jesse James was killed somewhere else. But they claim he come through here. There was a preacher that was here that researched the Jesse James Trail, where he come through Union County and into Anson County, and I don't know how much is true about that.
Right. Well, we ain't never told nobody we was telling the truth in here either.
Yeah.
We just said we telling it.
Well, yeah.
No, we've had a good time, and I know people think we telling a tale about the Swoop Monster, but I felt the same way until I saw it, and I think when everybody sees it, it changes your thinker a little bit, don't it?
Yes, sir. And it'll change Yowzer one
Still
day.
waiting.
Yeah.
He's going to get it one day.
Still waiting.
He can't wait to hear one first. He'd rather hear one, I think, than see one.
We're trying to get old Eric over here to make the noise, but he won't make it.
What's your most enjoyable part of your job? Like what every day when you get up, like what makes you go, I'm gonna have a cup of coffee and go have a good day? Like what's
I have a good day every day.
I think you do. I really do.
It's just like doing this. Who can do better? You can't do no better than this right now.
That's right. Got air conditioning now.
Got air
We
conditioning.
good.
Yeah.
I could be, yeah.
Indoor
That you?
plumbing.
It's new.
Man,
But I'm glad.
Boy, we had Tom Sorensen on here. You remember him? He was a sports writer for the Charlotte
Yeah.
Observer. And man, he did a great interview. But we used to sit in here with no air conditioning. That jerker was melting.
And he had four
had a
flies that
flounce.
wouldn't leave his nose alone.
I got cross-eyed trying to talk to him. I thought, I can't do this.
I wanted to get try to grab that fly every
Yeah,
now
and
and then.
he was such a trooper, though. He stuck in
Yeah.
there with us and did
We
it.
had
But
some good people on here.
yeah, I mean, including today's guest. We've been looking forward to this because we, anytime we can get somebody in our community that people respect that much, then that's who we're looking for.
This is a good community.
It really is.
It's I've been involved with this community since 1974, and I had to leave for a short time when I got promoted. Moved around the state a little bit, but I got a chance to come back. My wife is from Union County. Passed away,
That's
and
right.
this is my life, and I'm not going anywhere.
That's right.
We got something to be proud of here. We really do.
I think you have, and to be honest with you, it's the heritage that goes with places like this.
Right.
It's being able to recognize, right or wrong, Jerry Rushing was a good fellow,
Right.
Yes.
and his heritage, the things he left behind, are important to this county,
Absolutely.
and the people here that carry on. I know a lot of people here. I've been, I can remember when Jason Balcom had a bull out up on 218. And it weighed 2,600 pounds.
Good Lord.
You want me to tell that tale?
Yeah.
Sunday morning, we got a call out that there was a bull out on 218. So I go up there, walking right down the center of 218 is the biggest bull you ever seen. I drove right up beside of him, and I could look under him.
Oh, Lord.
So mighty.
Got feed, wasn't no animal services was county, and they wouldn't come out. They wouldn't do nothing. They didn't have nothing to hold him anyway. So I told him over. This guy come out, had some feed, and told him into his barn up there on 218. Well, that's fine. Told the bull to eat the feed. Then the bull just walked through the side of the door.
I was going to say, tore the man's barn down.
Tore the man's barn up. Finally found out he was Jason Balcom. I go up there. I know you know Jason.
Oh, yeah.
I drove around the back of that old house. You could hear a dog in all them beer cans because there's about
That was his doghouse. Made it out of beer cans.
I bet you there was 3 feet of beer cans in the house, and you could hear that dog just running wild and crazy in there. And finally got Jason up, and I said, "Jason, you bull, you got to do something. He said, well, I got all these cattle up here, and I said, let me tell you something. We're going to take care of this cattle. He said, well, I can't get them to sell. I ain't in shape to take them. And I said, how about I call I.F. Plyler? I called I.F. Plyler. He called Junior Tadlock. I don't know if you know Junior.
Yeah, sure do.
Junior come right up here and got every one of them cattle, took them down there and sold it and give Jason the money.
I'll be dang. He was good. He was good to me.
Oh, he
I
was
did
a
some
good
dealings with him, and he had that. He wore that old cloth.
Michael Jackson glove.
Yeah, and I didn't know. I asked him one day because every time I'd go there, he'd always want me to break something loose for him. Because back then I was pretty stout, and so he'd need a big bolt broke off, and I'd go help him. I'd get it done for him. And I said, Mr. Plyler, what you wear that glove for all the time? And he had something that drew his hand up.
Yeah,
and he had to. And then the sun made it worse, I guess, or something. I don't know, but
he wore it all the time. He was a good fellow.
he really was.
You get his old cows would get out, the car would hit him, and he said, I'll take care of it, but I'm not sure that's my cow.
That sounds like boy, he was a hustler from way back.
I don't think that's my cow, but I'm going to take care of it. I'll get it out of the road for you.
That jugger had more money than Elon.
He was a good fellow.
Yeah, he sure was. What's how many deputies do we have here in the county now?
I got 383 employees. That's civilians, jail, and everything.
Good Lord. We got somebody for everybody in the jail that we can't house.
Just about right.
And they, I remember years ago, I had somebody tried to break in my house about 3 o'clock one morning because I was in the jewelry business, and I don't know what all led to it, but boy, they got there quick for me. But when I was talking to them, they said that sometimes they may be only eight deputy sheriffs cover the whole county, depending on what was going on.
Well, when I was elected sheriff, we had somewhere around 160 employees.
Right.
Now we got 383.
Yes, he doubled, more than doubled.
Oh yeah, and just like a call like that, we want to be there. We want to come.
Yeah.
And if it takes 2 or 3, we want to be able to send 2 or 3.
Right.
And we want to handle the call, and that's what we try to do.
Yeah.
Try to get there quick.
And I think y'all do a good job of it. I also think that do you not feel like the people that work for you in this county, I just feel like they feel like they're a part of something, like
Absolutely
different, because we're in a lot of counties doing the brawl and stuff. We do the Tough Man shows all from here to Alabama, and there's some good municipalities that we're in over there. But I don't think anybody, the department has that. They just got that. You can just tell when you meet any of them, they're proud of what they're doing and who they work for.
Well, I think they are, and I think that's part of being a good organization is they should be proud of what they're doing. They shouldn't dread going to work,
Right.
and they shouldn't be punished for doing their job.
That's another one right there. I mean,
I'm on to do the job. Do what you're getting paid for out here every day. Do the right thing. Treat people fair. Don't be ugly to people. Treat people fair and get your job done. Go on home in the afternoon.
what about these folks that says I don't answer questions? What do you do with that? Like what is that helping anybody?
It ain't helping nobody, and they can't get. They'll answer it if we want to know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
I mean, if it's useless, we just say, well, okay, go ahead and mind your own business.
I got your information anyway. That was a test to see if you're going to be friendly or not.
Well, I remember when the body cams first came out, everybody was like, "Oh, this is going to be good," blah blah blah. But nobody was happier, I think, than the sheriffs and the deputy sheriffs and the officers, because then you could really see what happened.
You could see what happened,
and it wasn't just them say, "Oh, it was mistreatment by the deputy or by the police officer." Now you can play the video back and you see how they tried as long as they could to keep it peaceful.
I don't know how y'all do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I really don't. I don't know how people don't just lose it on traffic calls all the time.
I can't even go down. I can't go down in jail no more. I've been banned down there.
Have you really? I can't take that smart mouth.
I can't take that mouth. Now I can take a lot, but sometimes, I got some rules I got to go by.
That's right.
But I seem to have got by all right.
Yeah, I'd say so. That's good stuff.
You set the standard. You know?
That's exactly right.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I don't send them out there every day to get treated bad, and I certainly am going to try them out there to get punished and to get assaulted and things like that.
Right.
That's not going to happen.
You know, and I don't think they'll mind if I say something about it, but Casey and Tyler, my daughter, and Tyler works for you. Yeah, they going through stuff, all young couples, you know, and stuff, and then they were, you know, Casey came to me one day. She's like, "Well, he just seems stressed." I said, "Casey," I said, "I'm going to tell you what I think, and it might not be what you want to hear." I said, "Every call that man gets, and everybody else that works for him, works with him, everything, every call they get is drama."
It is.
Have you thought about that? Like I get to go to work during the day, you get to go to work during the day, and you're like, "Oh, okay, I got my next client and I like her." You know, they don't have that luxury. Every call is stress and drama.
Well, and it's the stress starts before you ever get there.
Right.
And if you're lucky, it's over with when you leave, but a lot of times you ain't.
Right. You know, and I think that hopefully a lot of the young wives will get to hear that and understand that, because I mean, it really changed Casey. Like having that talk with her, she was like, "You know, Dad, I didn't even think about that. Like until you told me that, it never crossed my mind that that's what he deals with nonstop all day long." I said, "Every one of them." That's why when I see these videos, these people, I don't answer questions. I don't. It makes my neck roll up, because I'm like, man, the guy's doing his job.
Yeah.
He's being fair to you. And just give him your information.
They don't want him to know how many warrants they got.
Right, yeah.
If you ain't done nothing wrong, then
What's it matter?
What's it matter?
There's a big thing out there now. You see it about flock cameras. Well, we got them. We take a picture of your tag when you pass there. That's all. Don't take a picture of the person driving the car. It don't take any information. But what it does is, it takes a description of the car. If we've got a suspect that's broke into your house, and you say, "Well, listen, I'm on my Ring camera and it's a 1940 Ford or something or whatever it is," we can go in there and look and see if we've had a 40 Ford or pass there.
Right.
And if we have, we've probably got a tag number.
That's exactly right.
And then shortly he's going to be in jail.
Right.
But I don't know what the murder cases that we've got solved.
Really? So the when they had the bypass or whatever, when they put those cameras up early on years ago, was it the bypass? And then they would send you a ticket in the mail.
Yeah.
So that's not the same thing as
No.
No, that was the red light cam, wasn't it?
maybe.
Well, they had red light cameras for a while, but that's a bypass camera. But we don't have access to those cameras. We're trying to get it, but because there's a lot goes on that bypass.
Right.
And
Yeah.
But a flock camera is like if they had one out here at this road. What it'll do is every time you go home, it'll take your picture of your tag number. Nothing else. Don't send it anywhere. Don't do nothing.
But you got that data.
But we got that data. If they've stole your car and they drive through that camera, then
Right.
we can
Well, I saw the other day that, or a couple months now back, but is the Highway Patrol using drones to give speeding tickets now?
I'm not sure. I think they're testing some drones right now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about that. Now, we're not doing that.
Right.
But let me tell you something. I'll give you cases. Man got run over on the bicycle down here on Morgan Mill.
Good.
Yeah, right down
my
here.
buddy's friend. Oh,
That's flock camera. Caught him.
Really? And that guy just left him there for dead, didn't he?
Yep.
Well, man, those things are, it seems, I mean, that's
well, I
it's
think
tough to fuss
people
about that.
don't want to lose their, they don't want the government taking away their freedoms and their liberties. But again, this is a case where if you ain't done nothing wrong, you ain't got nothing to
You
worry
ain't
about.
got nothing to worry about.
Yeah.
If I drive through them all the time, I care.
Yeah.
But let me tell you something. You're on camera everywhere you go.
That's right.
You're right.
That's the truth.
You're on camera if you go to school, if you leave school, if you go in a bank, if you go
Parking
anywhere.
lots.
They in
Even
parking
parking
lots.
lots.
They
Yeah.
in parking lots.
Lowe's and they're now putting them in Lowe's parking lot. Try to
At
keep
rest areas on highways.
rest areas.
Yeah.
on-
You know,
What's he pointing at you, y'all?
I think he likes to hang out in frequently.
Listen, I took the kids one time when they were little, like we didn't have any money like everybody else. Like we pull up to the airport in Charlotte, and there was a place over, I can't remember off one of them back roads, but you could pull over there and watch the planes take
That
off.
overlook,
I know where
Yeah.
you went.
And so I didn't know. I come pulling up, here's me and the kids, and there's a line of cars on the back of the parking lot. And I was like, what? Man, whatever. You know, I pull on straight up to the front. I'm thinking, these are idiots. You could have got the front row, you know.
Yeah.
I'm sitting there. All of a sudden, lights pop up back there. Boom, boom. And I was like, this guy's sitting there looking at me. I said, what the? I look over here. He's looking at me. I said, all right, did y'all have fun? we're not supposed to be here. But they just sitting up there, guys, waiting on guys.
One
up
of them
there.
might have been George Michael. I don't
Like,
know.
It could have been.
getting there.
It was, I mean, I had my kids with me too. So I was
I
like,
said, hold on, I'll be back in a minute.
yeah, I will take the kids to the store. I'll be right back. No,
BRB.
you boy, you crazy. They, is there anything else y'all need to, y'all can think of that you want to ask the sheriff while we,
I don't mind it.
I got one. Are there some mean people in that jail down there? Like mean people.
Yeah, they
That
should
you
be.
got them locked up by themselves.
No, they ain't by themselves.
Just got to put them in a cell with another mean one.
You
I
got to
reckon.
put them in the cell with two meanings together.
Yeah.
Do they whoop each other sometimes?
Sometimes.
they're regimented down there though, I think. They keep that jail.
We keep it locked down pretty tight, and if they get out of line, they lock them down in that cell. That ain't a big cell. You put all of them's got two in it.
Yeah.
Some of them's got three in it. One is sleeping up under the other's bunk in the floor. So it's they're not real happy down there.
Yeah, that's motivation enough not to get in that place.
That's
All
right. So we got to vote yes for this bond.
Bond.
That's and so that for everybody, if you didn't catch that early on, so we've got about 240 usable beds in the jail right now, with 100 more people than that are locked up. So we got to have that thing.
And it's falling apart.
Yeah,
And it's falling
Yeah.
apart.
yeah. So that makes
To be honest with you, we're Cabarrus house is 10 for us. We got them spread all over. Just to give you an example, that murder case has got 7 people, and you got to keep them all separated. So we
Right.
have one in Stanley, got one in Anson. It's
Got them spread out.
spread
Speaking
out.
about Concord and Cabarrus County, what did you have any dealings with old Brad Riley?
I did.
Yeah, so he was. We had the World Gym up there back then, so we knew everybody up there, you know. And we had, but man, he was. He had my respect too. I liked
He's
Brad
a good
a lot.
fellow.
He was.
He's a salesman now, selling jail stuff.
Is he really?
Yeah.
That old slick joker. He was a good one, though. I swear he was.
He was a good sheriff.
He was different. You guys were a lot different. Yeah, but he was a good fellow though. We had good experiences with him.
What do you think about, besides the jail being overcrowded and not being in that great a shape? What would you say would be the next thing that you would love to see in Union County? The next challenge, or the next thing that would make things just more peaceful for everybody?
Well, to be honest with you, we're in the process right now of building a autopsy center. Up until recently, all our autopsies went to Charlotte. Then Charlotte stopped us. We were lumped with Wake County, so we had to take bodies to Wake
All the
County.
way up there.
And then they did the autopsies when they could get around to them. So the legislature has been good enough that they set aside $20 million, $2 million a year to run it. And we're going to build our own autopsy center here. We already got the land. Everything's on go if we can just get it done.
Right.
Now, we're already doing autopsies. We've got a doctor that does it at the hospital. Hospital's leased us a place down there to do it. And we're doing autopsies there. It'll end up being a 9-county regional hospital.
Wow. For the inmates or just for anybody?
Anybody.
Okay.
Anybody's out here.
Wow.
And we've got a lab right now that's up and operating, where in the past, if you got caught for DUI, take your blood, have to send it to the state lab in Raleigh. I just had a woman said it took 17 months to get it back.
Oh my gosh.
We can get it back in a week.
Wow.
When that happens, the person that got caught, do they just get to keep going life as normal because you don't have the results back?
Mhm.
Okay. 17 months.
My gosh.
Yeah. But
They could do a lot of damage by the time you get the results back.
Pretty common that it'd be 8 and 9 months.
Right.
The exception was a 17-month
Right.
one, but pretty common it'd be 8 and 9 months to get them back. Well, that ties up everybody. It ties up the courts,
Yeah.
ties up everybody because they got to go to court and ask for a continuance and do all this stuff. So it's a big help. Now we can turn it around in about a week.
Man,
Man, that's
super.
incredible.
Yeah.
That's good stuff.
It is good stuff.
I mean, that's,
We can do all kinds of blood drug stuff down there now.
you know, I think a lot of people just don't understand. Like when it comes time to vote on a lot of stuff, that's kind of what we've been trying to do here. Just bring some folks on that we think a lot of too, but just to kind of explain how things are working, because nobody knows how that bond,
No, I know it.
and so
Yeah.
I think the more people that know about it, I mean,
It's going to help.
with any common sense, you see that we need it.
Yeah. And see, I know you've got a lot of good people up here. Like you had Bird up here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, little bird,
Bird
dog,
dog.
boy, he's legendary.
What about the one of the things I was going to ask about that before we closed about the drugs? I know there's a lot of new drugs coming out and everything, but is meth, you think, the main one, or what's that
Meth's
stuff
coming
called
back.
that's killing everybody because they're lacing it?
Fentanyl.
Fentanyl. Yeah.
Actually, we're getting a new drug now. It's coming back. Fentanyl is coming back. I mean, fentanyl's still here. And there's new stuff on the market now, and I don't even know the names of it.
Right.
But now cocaine is coming back. So it's a moving target,
Right.
but it's out there. But I'll be honest with you, we've got a drug team that they bust their rear end every day.
I see all the time, frequently I see where they,
Post it.
they post where they
Yeah.
found they show it all, they confiscated when they made the arrests and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah,
you know.
I mean, and we have a good working relationship with the other agencies here in the county,
Right.
and we all want to do the same thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes all of us to get it done,
Right.
and it's a good partners. The federal government helping us a little bit, so we got things going on.
Toughest street in the county. Lightsmore Lee.
It used to be probably. I don't know
It's in
about
the city. I don't know whether Icemore Lee is or not.
Winchester used to be rough too.
Winchester's rough. Icemore Lee's rough, but it's these kids.
That's what we were talking about the other day. Like
It ain't like they jump out and beat you.
right,
Yeah.
They'll drive by and shoot at you.
right. It's that probably is the scariest thing about our everywhere right now is the lack of respect from
Oh.
the
And
young.
you can put that in all different things. You boil it down and put it in a pot. It's the daddies.
Right.
You're exactly
The
right.
dads aren't raising them kids. They're letting the mamas raise them while they go make more babies or whatever. And them boys and girls, they never learn that key part that a dad's supposed to teach them.
Well, and they don't have nothing to do. They're living in a little house on a quarter acre of land, and they don't have nothing. They buy these electric bikes and
Yeah.
don't have any place to ride them without getting in the street, buying four-wheelers, and they ain't got no place to ride the four-wheeler.
Right.
But they see an open field, they think it's okay if I just ride through that soybean field,
Yeah.
and it ain't.
Right.
That's
That's the
right.
farmer.
That's right. Well, man, what y'all got anything?
Well, I've enjoyed it.
I've really enjoyed this, boy. That was fun and informative. I got some stuff out of it and that I didn't know about the bonds and stuff. So I think hopefully that'll help us all out a little bit right there. And again, we just we're all very proud to have you leading our county. Just
I
so you know.
appreciate it.
Hope you feel like doing it for a long,
Yeah,
long
we
time.
we'll get down there and help dig a ditch, whatever you need us to do to keep you in
Well,
there.
I'll be honest with you. I feel good, and I have no plans, so we'll see how the future goes.
Sheriff, thank you so much. Thank y'all for watching. Stay Southern, y'all.